Hello and welcome to Opinions Plus. The other week, I guess, I put out a little clip about creation versus evolution. And I got several responses on it. One talked about Buddhism, and the rest were pretty negative. I mean, calling me a white haired guy, grandpa, this and that. As if white haired guys and grandfathers don't really have much to say. But there is much to say. They didn't really give a lot of comment other than they thought I was just full of bull. Well, creationism is not full of bull. They've been struggling to understand how life developed, how everything developed for centuries, thousands of years. Aristotle came up with his own little thing, other people came up with their own little things, everybody comes up with their own little things, and if it catches on, well, there you go, there it's for a while. But nobody knows anything about how this universe became. Nobody knows how this life, this diversification of myriads of different entities, plants, bacteria, viruses, animals, humans, lizards, whatever, millions of insects. Nobody knows that. There's speculation about it. And when I said creation versus evolution, evolution can be incorporated in creation. There's nothing to stop a created being, designed however it is, to evolve. But the concept was, I don't know, maybe I didn't explain myself very well, but it's just an opinion. I believe that there is a creative force. I said that can be anything because many people believe in different creative forces. I don't know. It's above my pay grade. But there's an aspect of faith that comes into it, an aspect of belief. And this idea of scientific materialism, which just develops things out of nothing, that you put this protein mix in this thing here and you throw it into a pond of water in the right context and boom, you got life. No, they don't have life. They don't even know what life is. They don't even know what to be conscious is. They don't know anything. They're the created being. How can you know how to create if you're the created being? But pride gets in the way. And I do think another thing gets in the way of at least accepting the idea that there may be a creative force in the universe that, or created the universe or whatever, that you just don't know about. Possible? I think it is. But the thing that I'm going to add to it is fear. Those who poo-poo and demean and try to make ridiculous the concept of a creative force, whether you believe in a Christian God or, another type of deity or whatever. Because the pagans had many deities. And everything was created by something. Because that's what we know, that's what we see, that's what we understand. And the simple question that comes in, because even Stephen Hawking says, he didn't know. It could be a creative force. They don't know. But nothing proves it because the scientific effort is only just beginning. because you clone a sheep, you think you've got an understanding of life? You think DNA runs the whole show? You got 50 trillion cells in your body, and how do they communicate? How do they make you live? Nobody knows that. They don't even know how the cell really works. They do know that it's a wondrous thing. That little bitty cell in your body is a wondrous thing. And it's just time that created it all. Well, I have my doubts. I have my own belief. I'm not trying to convince anybody of anything, but I am trying to say that you should, maybe I'm trying to convince people to think more deeply about things, to allow more ideas, to have more an expression, to allow the expression of thought to be distributed across this social community and not just put down because somebody disagrees with them. That's not scientific at all. And many of the scientists, I forgot what Paula was, but they believe in God. They believe in a God. Not all are atheists. Well, those are all the dummies, I guess. But there are many, many, many people who are that can be quoted that do believe in the potential of a creative force. Intelligent, well-read academics who, have explored these things much more in depth than I. Because most people haven't explored it at all, to a very little extent, and just react. It's a reactionary, knee-jerk thing. But there is a creative force in what I'm doing, a creative force in the literary people that write, the people that create music, and a multitude of things. There's a creative aspect to life. It's not the same thing as creating life, but it is a creative idea, a creative force. There's much more here than just meets the little eye of a scientist because of their faith in this scientific materialistic concept. And they have their religion, but they deny others their religion. They deny the inclusion of other ideas. And that's not even scientific. Well, it's all voodoo. Well, do you know that voodoo is voodoo? Do you know anything? Do you know anything? It's all a hypothesis. You just speculate. Then you prove it. If something comes along that disproves it, boom, there you go. That's what science is all about. They thought they knew the Big Bang and all this, and now the James Webb telescope is throwing people for a loop in many ways. It's a big universe. Life is a big, big thing. And to just think that, you can just sit back and read a book and now you've got it all. Or you can even study for years and years and you've got it all. I think is just, ego. Pride. Open up the heart. Open up the mind. Open up the availability to new, or not new, these are old ideas, but in a new environment, a new context. There are many people who believe in the creative force. Some believe in a Christian God. Others believe in a creative force. They haven't named their creative force. They don't know it. They're the created being. How can they know what the creative force is? There's much to learn. I don't preach Christianity on this clip. I don't do that. I reach out to it because I have some understanding of it. But that's all. I want people to think about creation. It's not going to be the last clip on it, but I just wanted to kind of rub shoulders against some of those comments, the gray-haired old guy. who may not know anything. And I don't pretend I have the knowledge. But I want to explore things, whether it's scientific materialism or creationism. Explore them deeply before you put them down to a no-nonsense thing. Well, thanks for listening. If you like what you hear, subscribe. If you hit the like button, I guess that helps the algorithms for whatever the algorithms do for a low view clip like mine. But comment about it, good or bad. I'd prefer, not the snarky kind of comments, but legitimate statements about belief and ideas. You don't have to try to demean anybody. You just don't. And share those comments with everybody. Everybody. They're not directed at me. I'm just putting an opinion out. Thanks for listening. Have a good day. Go to the good. It's our answer to most everything. Go to the good. Keep hope alive. Go to the good. Thanks for listening. Bye for now.